Lovely people, a pleasant evening to everybody. No, I can only empathize with what this hurricane has done in terms of the disaster. And thus far in the news, it said that 19 so far people have unfortunately died, in the aftermath. But I want to talk about, I heard a gentleman or a man speaking, almost as though he was chiding the Prime Minister for flying, to the different parishes, affected parishes, as opposed to coming on the flat and driving. Ordinarily, if it was a different circumstance, I would say envy and jealousy would have been the order of the day. But I understand that perhaps maybe because of frustration of what this disaster has done, it has made sensibility little to none, unfortunately, in this fellow's case. And I would want to posit to the man if he has really seen the devastation of what this hurricane has done. If yes, I would therefore ask if it is coming from a place of ill mind, what we would say bad mind in Jamaica, because if you see the place, the devastation, then you would not have chided the Prime Minister in flying across parishes. Sir, all right, let us break it down. A lot of the roads, when the news media personnel have gone, are impassable. It would be foolhardy of him. Some of you would be the very same ones if he had driven to say he knows that the roads are blocked with the different debris, trees, light posts, whatever it may be in the roadway. Why would he not just fly then to make it easier for him to get to all the different parishes in quick succession so he can do a quick estimate of what needs to be done? Even heard another person say they are very disappointed in the government for not coming through as yet. Gentle folks, I understand that it is a devastating effect. As I said, I can only empathize because I've not experienced that level of devastation personally. But just looking on, most of the roads are impassable. I was speaking with some people who I know have family members out, in that section in St. Elizabeth, some in the west, like Westmoreland, Hanover and so forth. And they said that they have to wait a while before they go because a lot of the roads are impassable. They can't pass. I saw, there was I can't remember if it was somewhere in St. Elizabeth or another, or the west there. The water was so deep. The police vehicle, the pickup truck was trying to see if they could drive as far as, to see where it could go. And they had to put it in reverse because it started to go, lower and lower in the water. We had to put it in reverse. Could not pass. And that was yesterday's news. So people, we need to be a little bit more relaxed. It's as hard as it is. And not come to false judgment or unfounded judgment calls. If I were the Prime Minister, I would do the very same thing. I would fly because it's easier to get to the different parishes to see what is done and to make an assessment and to see what aid or aids are needed in each parish and at the different zones. What do you mean the Prime Minister should have come down and you're chiding the Prime Minister? He has done the smart, wise thing by flying. The roads are impassable. Let me go again. The roads are impassable. In case it's not registering. I'm wondering if this gentleman realizes that it was a Category 5 hurricane and that some of those different parishes out in the west are almost demolished. So you would see a lot of debris in the road. Why would he think of driving? And then you realize you can't go here, then you're going to have to reverse. And you know what? The waste of driving, waste of gas, waste of time, in which he could probably get to 2 or 3 parishes in quick succession, as opposed to if he were driving, he probably couldn't get to 1. If he were driving, he probably couldn't even get to 1. Some of us would love to go, but we don't want to take the chance because we might drive, and by the time we realize we reach near, we're probably we're close to our loved ones, and it is impossible. And because it's impossible, we have to turn back. So it would be a waste. You people need to stop politicizing this situation during this time. Allow the people to get the help. Allow the sort of settling in, you know, for people to deal with the emotions of just losing everything or most things without creating some kind of mayhem and negativity. It is ridiculous, and people need to stop listening to these things because it is not right. What do you mean that he should have come down? You don't understand how the Prime Minister flying and that he should have come down. What kind of... Look here, someone just believe you me, you know. It is only because I know it's a hurricane and I can understand the frustration because of the devastation that it has caused, that it will make people lose all sensibility. It's the best move he made. It's the best move he made by flying. Because a lot of the roads, again, are impassable. You can't pass it, can't cross it. And if he had done that, many of you would say, just because him don't want to go, him knows say the roads would have a lot of debris and blockages and hindrances and obstacles. And just because he doesn't want to go, that is why I'm driving. Why I'm never fly. This, I tell you, you know, afraid of the people like Puss. The man is doing his best. It's like the man don't even get a chance since, you know, he has been inaugurated, you know, as Prime Minister. Him don't get a chance to say, let me just settle in now. Let me settle a little bit. And the man just have moved from campaign to become Prime Minister again to because of this hurricane and having to be as though he's on the campaign trail. And you're complaining? This is why God didn't allow the older generation, you know, in terms of the children of Israel to cross over into the promised land. Their hearts were too bitter. Their hearts were too resentful and it was too bitter. They could not let go of the pain and the hurt. You should be glad that him not sitting down at his home and not getting out there. He could have just, you know, send the his ministers and whatnot and not go himself. And said that he has some kind of a meeting to meet with people abroad to see what he can get in terms of financial aid. But he allows all of that to take place, you know, while he's here helping his own people and not complaining that the man flying for... Are you people for real? Don't tell me that the hurricane went in some of your brains in terms of the eye passed over some of your brains. Because, I mean, I'm not being facetious. I really am not. I'm really sick and tired of people politicizing a very serious situation, a serious disaster. When I look and I see CNN, NBC, maybe CBS, I suppose that's one of my favorite news stations abroad to watch. I just like watching them, right? Interviewing Lisa Hanna, Minister Mackenzie, the Prime Minister and so on, right? Donald Trump is going to help us. Different people, you see, you know, what's the Jamaican actress name there again? Sherry Lee Ralph, and I'm sure she's going to get her actor friends and to assist. The Miami Heats, oh God, oh gosh, we are so grateful to them for giving $1 million US to help, right? So the aides are coming in, and you know what you expect the man to do? Turn water into wine? And if he had driven and couldn't pass, you know, it would be the same answer just because he never want to go. He knew that blockages would have been on the road. That's why he had driven instead of flying. And the man has been smart and wise. And I'm still trying to chastise him. I'm a terrible man. That's so bad. This is not a time to be chastising anyone. This is a time to be joining hands and hearts. I'm looking on and I see even Shaggy. He's now here, you know, with the relief items. You know, and looking on and here thinking, you know, so in my own little small way, what can I do to help? That is what is coming across my mind. That can't come across your mind. And just wait. Rome was not built in a day. They have to assess the damages, assess this and that. The relief items are now here. So give it time and leave the man. The man is doing the right thing by flying. Jeez, no, sir. No, man. I need to do better than this. Make the bitterness and the resentment go now. Guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give one of those lions. Thank you.